Good morning, Primary 6. How are you today? I'm Mrs. Rania, your math teacher. Today we will study geometrical transformation, especially the translation. Okay, before starting the translation, we want to remember all the type of transformation. Okay, at the beginning, the geometrical transformation transforms each point A in the plane into a dash in the same plane. Okay, so transforming it look like, take a photo, take a picture for it. It will be just like it but with a dash. Okay, now I have how many types of geometric transformation? We have 3 types. The first one is the reflection. Reflection, it look like the mirror. Okay, it look like the mirror. So the second one will be translation. Translation is just slide the object, just slide it from its place to another place. And the last type is rotation. Rotation, to rotate something. So the object was here, just I'll rotate it to another place. Okay, we have 3 types, which is reflection, which are reflections, translations, and rotation. Now, let's start translation. Translation is a geometric transformations, transforms each point A in the plane into the image A dash in the same plane by moving it in a constant distance in a certain direction. Constant distance in certain direction. For example, here we want to translate finding the image of point A given by the same translation, given certain translation, sorry. Find the image of point A by translation of magnitude 3 centimeters in the direction MN. The meaning of the word magnitude, it means the constant distance. The word magnitude, it means the distance of the transformations. So I know now the constant distance and the direction. I'll start by drawing a line parallel to the MN. I'll start by drawing line or ray parallel to MN. After that, I'll measure the length of MN and I'll put it on my new ray. Okay, I'll take the same distance. Now, by taking the same distance from the point A on the new ray, so this is the image of A, which will be A dash. Okay, let's see. Finding number 2, finding the image of a line segment by a given translation. Now I have a line segment and I want to translate it, all of it, on a plan. How? Here we say draw the image of KL by translation MN in the direction of MN. So the translation is MN, which means the length is MN, the same length of MN. And the direction of MN, which means I'll start from M and I'll go to the N. Okay? Now, I'll start by drawing 2 parallel lines. 2 parallel lines to the MN ray. I'll start from L and I'll draw the first line, and I'll start from K and I'll draw the second line. Now, these 2 parallel lines here, I'll use them to draw the image of KL. How? By taking the measure of MN and I'll put it on the new 2 lines. Okay, from the L and I'll put the measure of this length, and from K and I'll put the measure of this length. Now I have 2 dots which represent L dash and K dash. Now join them, which means I transform all the line of KL to the K dash L dash. Okay, let's see the third type here. How to here we translation in the coordinate plane. Okay, at the beginning, what is the meaning of coordinate plane? We used before here we use this graph paper before, and we just draw a line from the beginning and under it. But now we will use a coordinate plane or Cartesian plane. Now we will use the x-axis and the y-axis. Here, the red one, which is the vertical one, the horizontal one, which is the x-axis, and the black line, which represent y-axis, which is here, the vertical one. Now, I'll use these two axes to plot or to point the dots here on this Cartesian plan. How? We said this red one is x and this black one is y. Each point has two numbers between the brackets. For example, the image of a point A, which is x and y. So the first number is always from the x-axis, always. And the second number will be always from the y-axis. So by translation AB, the point will be A dash, which means x plus A and y plus B. Let's see the example here. Find the image of the point A, 1, 3. So to plot the point A, I must start from the x-axis up to the number 1. Okay, x-axis up to the number 1. And I'll go up to reach number 3 from the y-axis. When I reach this number, I'll put the dot. This dot represents the point A. Okay? Now, I want to find the image of this point by translation, which is x plus 3 and y plus 2. So, I'll take the x number, which is 1, and I'll add it with 3. It will be 1 plus 3. And I'll take the y number, which is 3, and I'll add it with 2. It will be 3 plus 2. Now I have a new coordinate pair. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 3 plus 2 is 5. This new coordinate pair represents the A dash. So to plot the A dash on the graph, I must start from the 4 and I'll go up to reach the 5. When I reach the 5, I'll put the dot, which represents A dash. So I used the formula by adding the original coordinate pair by this new formula to have the image of A, the point A, which is A dash. Now, let's see another formulas. We said that the image of any point equal the point plus the translation, like we just did, okay? The point plus the translation. And if I want to calculate the translation, it will be the image minus the point, okay? Image minus point. And if I want to calculate the point, it will be image minus translation. Image minus translation. Now, exercise number 1, I want you to determine which of the following shapes is symmetric and which is not symmetric. How many axes of symmetry, and then draw the axis of symmetry. At the beginning, what is the meaning of symmetric? Symmetric, it means identical, are equal to each other, are congruent to each other. Okay? Here, the first shape is parallelogram. So, is the parallelogram symmetric to itself? Can I divide it into two equal parts exactly? No. So, this shape is not symmetric. Okay, the second shape, square. Is the square symmetric? Can I draw a line, cut it or divide it into two equal parts? Yes. How many lines? Let's see. First, I could draw this first line, which is vertical line, and after that the horizontal. After that, I could draw the diagonals. So I have 4 lines of symmetry. I have 4 lines of symmetry. Okay, each of them is dividing this square into two equal parts. Okay, the equilateral triangle, not any type of triangles. Okay, here we are talking about the equilateral triangle. Is it a symmetrical shape? Yes. Why? Because I could divide it into two equal parts. How many axes of symmetry? Here, let's see the first one, and the second one, and the third one. So the equilateral triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. The heart. How many lines could be divide this heart into two equal parts? Just one line. So the heart is symmetric and has one line of symmetry. The last shape, which is rhombus. Here the rhombus is symmetric and has two lines of symmetry. Okay, let's see another example. Here, exercise number 2. On the following coordinate plane, determine the point A, which is -2 and 2, B, which is 2 and 2, C, which is 2 and 6, and D, which is -2 and 6. Then, okay, let's at the beginning determine this point. Point A, -2 and 2. So I must start from -2 on the x-axis, and I'll go up to the 2, and I put the dot and I put the letter. After that, go to point B, which is 2 and 2. Start from the x-axis, go to the y-axis, 2 and 2. Put the point and put the name of it. After that, letter C, 2 and 6. Yes, same way. And letter D, yes, exactly same way. Now, he's asking me, what is the name of the polygon ABC? Okay, let's join this point to know the name. Yes, it's a square. Okay, after joining our 4 points, I have a square, so the polygon is a square. Number 2, he's asking me to find A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, which means the image of the polygon ABCD by translation -1 and -1, 2. Here we said, if I want to calculate the image, it must be the point plus the translation. So, A equals -2 and 2. To calculate A dash, I'll calculate a new formula. It will be -2 minus 1 and 2 minus 1. So, the answer will be -3 and 1. A dash equal -3 and 1. Start to plot A dash. Yes, start from x-axis, -3, and go up to reach the 1. Put the name of this point. Letter B, or point B, 2 and 2. By the same way, by using the same formula, it will be 2 minus 1 and 2 minus 1, which is 1 and 1. So, B dash equals 1 and 1. Plot the point up to the x-axis to reach the y-axis. Letter C, 2 and 6. Yes, use the same formula. It will be 1 and 5. Plot the dot. It will be C dash, and the last dot will be D dash. Now, join these points. Join all the points together. Yes, I have a new square, which is the image of the first one, or the original polygon. The last question here, calculate the area of ABCD. Area of a square equal, yes, we know side by side. How could I find the length of the side? Count the squares. Count the squares between the points. I have 4 squares between the points. So it will be 4 times 4 equals 16 unit squared. 16 unit squared. Okay, I hope you find it. Please practice on this a lot, and see you soon.